Reed, what up, bro? You boy, what your team? I'll let you. Shout out to the Lost Boys. Y'all stay intact, all right? Peace right here in the building.
REED-BBS, BBS. Saul CANELO ALVAREZ versus Terence Bud Crawford. Saturday, September 13th, Mexican Independence Day weekend. Lost Wages, Nevada, Allegiant Stadium for Canelo Alvarez's undisputed super middleweight championship of the world. Seeing the letters V and S between those names, that jazzes the shit out of me, real talk. Seeing them face to face, staring each other down, unbelievable. That's not something I really ever thought we'd see in boxing. Seeing their likenesses on the same poster, sharing the same poster, like that's some mythical matchup. That's some dream fight type of shit right there. Wow. I don't know if these are official fight posters or not, but I've seen a few Canelo Crawford images, one of which was an homage to the Canelo Floyd fight titled The One, where they got the split image, half of Floyd's face on one side, half of Canelo's on the other, and the words The One written down the middle. I saw a poster, a Canelo Crawford poster similar, which was dope. I've also seen one that wasn't so dope. I think they were going for the same Better Be of Bevo, Roman gladiator type of theme, where they got Bud and Canelo face to face, shirtless, oiled up, and they're looking at each other. What's supposed to be a mean face, but it looked like it's on some other shit. That poster, yeah, not so much. Canelo Alvarez, the straw that stirs the drink in boxing, formerly the best fighter in the world pound for pound, world titles at 154, 160, undisputed champion at 168, and a trinket, a sliver of a title belt at 175. Terence Crawford, still very much in the discussion for best fighter in the world pound for pound currently. World titles at 135, undisputed at 140, undisputed at 147. Recently picked up a title at 54 in his last fight. Bud fucking Crawford. Officially, Bud is jumping up two weight classes to face Canelo. But it's really three when you think about it, unless you count the one fight against Madrimov. So he's had one fight at 54, and other than that, he's going 47 to 68. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy, bro. But that's who Terence Bud Crawford is. Growing up, he was that kid when you said, you better not, da-da-da-da-da-da. Bud Crawford was gonna do it. As an adult, when you say, hey man, you can't, Bud, you mean, come on, Bud, you can't do that. Terence Bud Crawford, he's gonna do it. So the more people telling him he can't or shouldn't or won't beat Canelo, that's just fueling that competitive fire within him. Forget the skill, the talent, forget the way Bud switch hits, the stance, switching, southpaw, righty. We don't even know if he's lefty or righty. Forget all that. Bud Crawford's biggest asset is his competitive nature, his competitive fire, his competitive spirit. You tell him he can't or won't do anything, he's gonna put his mind to it and try to do it. You can always tell how big a fight is by how big its haters are. You can always tell if it's a big fight if there's some big names hating on it. Case in point, the golden boy, Oscar De La Hoya. You have Crawford jumping up two weight classes to fight Canelo, who's a natural light heavyweight. Crawford, who couldn't push back Madrimov, life and death with Madrimov. What do you think Canelo's gonna do to him? Run him out of the ring. You know what's laughable also? Dana White being named the promoter of this fight, considering he's never been in the boxing space, has no stable of boxers, he didn't negotiate shit, and is being handed this fight on a silver platter and called promoter. He is the trust fund baby of boxing. Just because a motherfucker hating don't mean a motherfucker ain't funny. I'm just saying. I don't like Dana White's inclusion in this either, because he never has anything good to say about boxing. Now, oh, you promoting this fight, he's gonna have nothing but good shit to say about boxing. He's always kept an adversarial relationship, him being the mixed martial arts dude, always trying to prop up his sport at boxing's expense. So it doesn't sit well with me either. It's kind of like when Trump and Elon Musk started hanging out. I knew from the moment they started hanging out, it wasn't gonna last long. And the same with Turkey a Sheik and Dana White. It ain't gonna last long. It ain't gonna last long. De La Hoya also took issue with Dana White convincing Turkey to have Canelo versus Bud play out in the daytime, Saturday, September 13th, midday, because Dana White has UFC Noche that night. Does that not mean this fight is not important? Do they not give a fuck about the fans or viewership? Why is it that Canelo has to fight during the day on Mexican Independence Day weekend? Valid question. Among others, the problem child, Jake Paul, has taken issue with the level of respect that Canelo and Terence Crawford had been showing to each other in the early buildup of the fight. In particular, the two of them sitting across from each other having dinner along with Turkey a Sheik on the night before the initial press conference in Saudi Arabia. That's some goofy shit. Imagine Messi and Ronaldo grabbing dinner before a legit match against each other. Goofy. Leave it to Jake Paul, though, to complain about a lack of buffoonery, a lack of some clown shit permeating a fight as such. We don't need that in this fight. We don't. For the bulk of their careers, Canelo Alvarez and Bud Crawford have been gentlemanly, serious about their business, but gentlemanly at most of their pressers. At the same time, there are no absolutes, and don't get Canelo or Bud Crawford twisted. Remember Canelo two-piecing Caleb Plant? Remember Bud Crawford damn near swing, well not damn near swinging, but swinging on Jose Benavidez? Damn near connecting with that swing on Jose Benavidez? Remember that? After the niceties of the Riyadh presser and the complaints of that, Canelo and Bud get into a little shoving match at the New York presser. And now people saying that was choreographed, that was manufactured, it was staged. Damn if you do, damned if you don't. But that's what type of fight this is. Everybody's got 1,000 opinions. There's 1,000 moving parts. And we're gonna discuss all of them before the fight comes up. Not in the course of this video, but in the course of several videos along the way. Subscribe, comment, remember sharing is caring. Love tap and or bitch slap that like button for your boy. And shout out to the homies at fightbeat.com. Can you step to this? REED-BBS, BBS. Blackbird Sugar, Bachelor's in Boxing Studies. Television! Fred Sanford of the Fistic Arts. When all is said and done, there's nothing left to say or do.